Welcome to another episode of my doll diary videos. Now I've got quite a lot to show you today. Now I have got a new mini-me since I last spoke to you on camera. I don't know if I've shared her anywhere. I think I may have shared her on my doll Instagram, and I have been doing a Barbie Re. So basically I've took a Barbie that looks like this head, and I've blonded her basically, right? But I am going to talk to you and demonstrate on how I did that. I've got another doll that I can add a little bit of hair to, but yeah, so I'm just going to try and fit in as many doll related things as I can in an hour. It might be shorter than an hour, who knows, but yeah, I'll just cram it all in. Now I'm not going to film this video all in one go, so you might see a few outfit changes throughout this video because it's about 20 minutes till lunchtime, so I've only really got about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to be like doing lunch and things. So where shall I start? So fruity unboxing. So because I've wore this for a purpose, this is a dress that I've made. It's a Christine Haynes, I think it's a Sylvia dress. It's definitely Christine Haynes who's the designer. It could have been the Sylvia, possibly. I don't know, I might be getting that wrong. And yeah, and this is the, I've made two of them. Have I made two? Yeah, I've made two of them. But what I did, this one comes up quite high on the back, right up here. But I wanted my next one lower, so I've actually dropped the back on it. But yeah, it's a lovely dress. I think it's so much fun. Now, it doesn't feel very fitting with the weather today because we've had some really gorgeous warm weather, and it's actually grey and raining today. It's actually Wednesday the 11th of May, yeah, and we're having a bit of a grim day, but I think the weather is going to be picking up. But the reason I've put it on this grim day, actually it's cheering me up actually, I'm doing an unboxing. It's a Barbie unboxing and it's pineapple themed, so I just thought, you know what, I've just got to put this dress on. Now I've really wanted to open this Barbie that I've ordered, and I wanted it, I think, more for the accessories than the actual doll herself, but it's a bit like a colour reveal one, so I don't know what to expect exactly. So I don't know if I'm going to have to run off and get water. I'm not all that sure, because I think you get these colour reveal dolls and you dip them in water and it reveals which one you've got. So I don't know if it's exactly like that, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is how it's come, right? And I think these were released last year when I looked on Amazon, and there was a strawberry and I think there was a watermelon themed one. And does it say, oh yeah, it says colour reveal, and it's got this big pineapple, so I don't know what to expect exactly. So this is the front of the packaging, and it says there's 25 surprises in it, and this is the back, right? So I think I could see that it's got a pineapple dress, and there isn't somebody who I've found on Instagram, because I've been finding all these doll people on Instagram since I've started my little doll journey. There's a lady called Grandma Gets Real or something, and she does this twinning is winning, and she likes people to send a picture of you twinning with your Barbie kind of thing. So, so yeah, I thought I might have a go at that. So I'm going to attempt opening this. So if the video goes a little bit weird here and there, I might be cutting bits out just so you're not watching any dead bits. So that opened easy enough. So I've got a tube. I don't think there's anything else in there I need to get out. I'm not too sure about this. There's just a picture that you tip something into it here. It looks a bit like pink sand, so I'm not entirely sure how to get this thing out. Right, the video might cut out a little bit now while I attempt to get this pineapple out. Right, I'm just stopping there. I've been ripping the back of it off like this, but I've just noticed there's some perforated edges into rectangles that I didn't notice before, so I might have a go at pushing those in instead, so bear with me. Right, I've got it open, I've pulled those pieces up, and this is what I'm looking at inside. Ooh. It says colour reveal package here, look. Oh, it looks like there's water in here. I think I could have done with watching a video on this before I did it, but it's kind of nice figuring it out for yourself, isn't it? There's all these bags. You could actually use this as a jelly mould, couldn't you? Hang on, I'm going to tip all those things out. Hopefully I don't lose them. Right, that's it inside. There we go. Now, if you've been watching me a long time, you may remember when I made this dress, and I made a fabric pineapple as well. And what it is, my middle son and I, we are pineapple crazy. We love eating pineapple. We like it on pizza. We like the look of them. We're just crazy about pineapples. And actually, I found out some interesting facts that people in days gone by, I don't know if it was this country or other countries, but people used to hang pineapples in their porches to as a welcome thing, to make their houses smell nice and things. But I have found out something. It's not, this is, I don't have these videos for children. This is not really suitable for children, but I'll try and be a bit vague. But an upside down pineapple can indicate something else. So be mindful, people, which way you have your pineapple, because you don't want to be putting it upside down. Not unless you're one of those kind of people, anyway. It did have me thinking which way are the pineapples on here, but there's no really avoiding it, really. They're all over the place. So you might want to look that up after this video, maybe. So right, I don't really know where to start. There are some little pictures on here. There's like a face, and it looks like it's smelling something by the look of it. There's pictures of hot and cold and things. I don't know. You'd think there'd be some instructions. I tell you what, shall I open the doll and then things might become clear? Maybe what I'll do, I'll open a lot of things and then it might become a bit clearer, or I might have to go away, try and find out what I've got to do with this and then come back to you. There's a thing on here, it says reveal doll with foam. Foam? Is that what that thing is? Is that what they call foam? I don't know. I think if you've done this before, you'd probably understand, but I have not got a clue. What do you think of the hair, actually? I've left my hair straight today, and I've done this little plait thing, and I'll show you my inspiration. Going off on one again, as I normally do. This is my new mini-me, and look. She's got a plait. Now her hair is a bit lighter than mine, isn't it? So, but what it is, the mini I was using, let me grab her. Ooh, here she is. Now I've put the girl I was using as my mini-me back on her original body, the one that hasn't got much articulation. This is a Sweet Orchard Barbie, but I was using her head to be my doll, and it was as I was trying to transition from being brunette, because I'd been having my hair dyed brown for quite a number of years, and I was on the transition to getting blonde again, but this was very like strawberry blonde, and yeah, so it's not really fitting for me, so there's nothing really in between. That's why I tried rerouting a doll, but it's probably still not like mine, I don't know. But yeah, so that's what's gone on. So she's now got that yoga body that this Sweet Orchard Barbie had, and that's the original outfit the Sweet Orchard Barbie has, and she's like a hazel-eyed strawberry blonde girl. She's lovely, isn't she? She came with a basket with apples in, and yeah, she's really lovely. So I'm still going to be using all the Barbies, even though she's not going to be my mini-me anymore. But yeah, so that's where the hair inspiration has come from. So anyway, I'll just pop her to the side a moment. Right, now it does look like there's instructions in here, so that's helpful, isn't it? Because I'm a total noob to these colour reveal things. Oh, I pulled that plastic and pulled the doll right out. Now, I'm guessing we do the colour reveal in here. So it's good that they provide something. You haven't got to provide something of your own to put the doll in. This is so exciting. Honestly, I feel like a child at Christmas with these turning up. It's just so exciting. Who knew opening toys in adulthood could be so much fun? But I feel like I can justify it. I know I shouldn't have to feel like I can justify it that I like dolls, but because I'm using my dolls as models and things for like dressmaking, because I'm starting this little doll dressmaking business up. And actually I put my dresses, my first line of dresses, up for sale last night. One sold straight away, and I've shared it on my social media, and I've been overwhelmed with the response and the comments. Thank you so much if you've liked or commented on my post. I really appreciate that. And you know what, people saying, oh, I hope they sell. Do you know what, even if they don't sell right, I'd be happy to keep the dresses, because I really hope to get the Queen Elizabeth Barbie. I have been on the hunt. I don't want to pay some silly price for a Queen Elizabeth Barbie. I want to pay retail price, or maybe a tad over I'd accept. But you know, I'd have all these girls, wouldn't I, all dressed up for the Queen if I finally get one. But if they sell, great, because it's lovely to know other people have got their Barbies are wearing my line of dresses. So this is the picture. There's a lot of writing and diagrams which you're not going to want to watch me read, so I might stop it, have a little read, and then I'll press play again, so bear with me. Right, I'm back. Now, I've only looked at A, B, C, D and E, and it appears that you get the doll out, you pour something in here, right? I don't know if it's that or this. It's got to be that, hasn't it? The colour of it. You put the Barbie in, you shake it, then you tip it all into the pineapple. I'm a bit nervous, I have to say. Do you know when you don't want to do something wrong? It says plus that. Do you think I need to add warm water to this? It doesn't show you on the picture. Ooh, look at her. She's pink. I feel like I need to take a photo of this girl before I do anything with her. This is really exciting. Now, I think I already know what this Barbie is going to look like. I think she's blonde. I think she's blue-eyed. And you stick a ponytail in the back, from that, what I believe anyway. So it doesn't say to put the doll in first. It shows you this, to pour that, but it doesn't really tell you what it is. But I'm gonna go for it. It doesn't say I've got to heat this up or anything. The instructions aren't brilliant, are they? I'm left a bit bewildered, and I'm the adult. I don't know how children would get on. Maybe though, if you are a parent and you give this to a child that obviously can do things safely, not obviously a young child, maybe this would be brilliant. It would keep them entertained. You know, say if you got to work from home, you could basically give this to your child and let them figure it out, or they'll just go on YouTube and watch it, and then they'll figure it out in a few seconds. That says colour reveal on it. Oh, I don't know, I'm so nervous about this. It's turning pink. It didn't leak out. I wonder how long, if it doesn't work, I haven't done it right. It's showing you to basically move it up and down, like, and side to side. Oh gosh, look at that. It looks like a milkshake. I can see why they say keep it away from clothes. she's still pink. I wish it told you how long to do this for. Oh, I can see something. Look, there's a design that I started to reveal. How will I know if it's done for sure? She's got a pineapple on her top. It looks like a swimming costume, and it looks like it's got a pineapple on the front. If this doll is wet and too wet to dress or anything, what I could do is I could put any clothing on one of my other dolls. Look, can you see that? I wonder when I can get her out. I could use this for storing a doll inside, couldn't I? I'm really liking these, do you know some of the, if you've seen my post, the girls that I've used as models for my dresses, which I will show you the dresses in this video, but I've got to post one today, so I better show you just in case they do all sell, else you'd never see them on the video. Yeah, the fashionistas, the new ones, come in these zippable like packaging that you can keep, and they're really good for putting the dolls back in or storing clothes and things. And I'll show you one in this video if you haven't seen one already. I've got a doll that I haven't took out of the box yet. I was hoping to use her as a model, but then I didn't need her. I'd got all the models I needed for the amount of dresses that I made. Right, that is really foamy now. I can't even see her. So shall we take the risk? I don't know what the situation is. If it hasn't worked, what do I do? Do I have to just put her back in? Okay, in the picture, I'll show you the next picture. It just shows you the doll. The doll is sitting in the pineapple and you're pouring that stuff in. So let's have a go and try and not get this on myself. It's quite fun actually sharing this with somebody. My kids are all at, you know, work, education and things, and my husband, he's working from home today, but I don't think he's going to be really interested in this, is he really? I think I try not to talk to him about Barbie too much, but it does sneak in every now and then, and I can see that his interest just disappears. Right, she's not looking all that good really, look. I'm wondering, will this just wash away? I don't know. Right, let's put her. I don't know what the situation. Now what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to leave her sitting in there, and what I'll do is I'll leave her in there, and then when I finish filming this bit of video, I'll go away, I'll try and see if there's anything else on YouTube about these, and then I'll come back and then I'll deal with her. Oh yeah, I'll just leave her sitting in there for now. So the next stage on here, it just seems to say it wants you to open all these little things. So that's rather exciting. And then it's showing you that if you put warm water on her, basically she doesn't have any makeup and things. But then if you sponge her down with cold water, she'll have all makeup and things. So that's interesting, isn't it? Do you know all the fun that I had with that shaving Ken on one of my previous videos? And I enjoyed that so much. I've got a pedicure one as well, and I haven't done anything with it yet, so I'll share it on one of my videos, if not this one, another one. So we're just going to go in now and open these and see what we've got. 25 surprises. I don't know if that includes these things, but oh gosh, I've opened the one I was hoping for the most. Look, it's the pineapple dress. So twinning is winning. It's made from a knit like jersey fabric. It's got pineapples with smiley faces on, and it's got like an overlocked edge, velcro in the back, and it's got like a little ruffle on the bottom, so different to mine because I haven't got a ruffle on my dress. But yeah, so yeah, we both have pineapple dresses, so maybe, right, mini me, she can put it on, can't she? The reason I've got her in this Barbie dress, actually, this dress belongs to a proper Barbie, and the reason I've put that on her is because I do wear denim dresses and I have got a belt that's rather similar, so that's the most matching outfit I've got at the moment. I absolutely love her trainers as well, and I do wear trainers similar, but mine aren't pink. They've got animal print where her pink is. But yeah, I'd love to get some like Adidas with 3 pink white stripes in that style. My Harry Potter doll came, the Quidditch one, but still, no, not Quidditch, tell a lie. The Quidditch one hasn't come. The other Triwizard tournament, that's the one I cut my finger opening the Amazon box, and I haven't actually, I've still not totally healed. I've got a little, see that bump there and the scab, so that's where I'm at now. It's not bleeding anymore. It kept on ripping open, which was unfortunate, but I haven't got it out of the packaging yet. I've saved it for this video, so I've had a lot of restraint actually. So there we go. Twinning is winning. Okay, it's not exactly the same, but we're both in our pineapple dresses, and we've got our, well, she hasn't got a plait actually. This is like a twist, but I have got a machine that will do this, so maybe I'll do that. You know, well, I've never used it. Have I used it? I don't know, I've had it so long. I don't think I've ever gone out with a twist if I did have a go. But yeah, I'll have to try and do a demonstration of it. Figure that out live. I should figure these things out before I decide to film myself. But I suppose it's quite interesting, isn't it, seeing it for real. The reality of life. It's not like, do you know, like TV chefs sometimes, it's not really reality. It's like makes it look a lot quicker. Do you know when they do like a bechamel sauce, and obviously that takes a while, doesn't it, to do it, but on TV it's like 2 stirs and it's ready to, then if you want a cheese sauce, put the cheese in reality that's not the case, is it? Or whipping egg whites for meringues, it's never as quick as it is on TV. So oh right, this is like a little, it goes on like a cardigan, but it's got short sleeves and it's jersey and it's not knitted, if you know what I'm saying. It's like, it's not stretchy, but it's shiny, but not silky either. You'd think I'd sew, wouldn't you really, that I'd know these fabrics. Yeah, it's like a non-stretchy shiny jersey. There are non-stretch jersey fabrics out there, believe it or not. I've got one, and I've had one for years that someone gave to me, and I just don't know what to do with it. So oh, right, a skirt. So we've got another little outfit on the go. Actually, this would go quite well on the Barbie that's come with it, because she's wearing a swimsuit, so that could be the top. Put the skirt on, and then this is just a little thing. Say if the restaurant says you can't wear a vest in the restaurant, you do get that on holiday, don't you? She can pop that over the top. It smells really nice actually. I see what they're saying now. And they showed you a picture of someone sniffing. That's how she's looking at the moment. She looks a bit of a mess actually. She looks a bit chalky, how I could describe it as. Next one. Oh, so these ones on them have a sign saying no water, but this one, this is a water play one. So actually, shall I, what I'll do is water play things I'll put on the left, non-water play I'll put on the right. what I'll try to do is I'll try and put markers on my video at different things I show. So if people want to see the reroute but they don't want to see this colour reveal, I've never done that before. There was some markers on one of my videos, but I actually didn't do it, so I don't know if YouTube did it. It was really bizarre, but I'll try and do that. So if you just want to see hair rerouting, you can go to that bit directly. So this is cute. I've got a little turtle here. Now this is a water one, so I'm guessing it's got some faded out design on here. I reckon if you put either hot or cold water on those, it will become more clear what's on it. Yeah, it looks like if you put cold water on this, the design's going to appear, and it looks like something happens if you put cold water on her hair as well. So do you know what, there's a lot of play possibilities with these colour reveal dolls, isn't there? Oh, what's it? Oh gosh. Oh my goodness, this is non-water, by the way, sorry, I didn't mention that. These look like earrings. Oh, they are pink, right? Pineapple earrings. Yes, she's got the holes here to put them in. Now I must admit, I've got my ears pierced. I have 2. I used to have 3 when I was a teenager, and I used to have a ring up here as well, but as I got a bit maturer I started to have less jewellery. I started to having 1, but yeah, I like having the 2. So yeah, I'd like to pierce the ears of my doll, so maybe she can have the pineapple earrings, but I haven't got pineapple earrings, so, but I do wear earrings. I have to be careful I don't drop any of these Barbie things, because I've got wooden floors and a lot of things in here, and you drop something and they just disappear for eternity. I don't know what that is. Now I didn't mention on my my Harry Potter special video that, you know, that all the children that are in a school uniform, like Harry, Hermione, Ron and Ginny, they all came with black cloaks. Now because I forgot to show them, I did put the words across the screen, but I didn't show them. I have got them here, but I will show them in this video. Now, I don't know what... This looks a bit like a key ring attachment, doesn't it? So I've got... That's obviously something I've got to attach to something. Non-water play again. It's the hair. That's her ponytail. So looking at the instructions, if you put this in warm water, it would appears that it just goes blonde, and then if you put it in warm water, the pink streak arises. So obviously I don't want to put it in with Barbie at the moment because she's covered in all that pink stuff. Non-water play. Oh, I think I've seen this. I think you put the kinetic sand in there, a bit like a sand pit. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing different themes throughout the year with the Barbies with my display. So at the moment it does look a bit Harry Potter / summer, but I want to do kind of like garden party style with the Queen's Jubilee coming up, and then I'll probably go beachy theme, holiday beach theme kind of thing, which it kind of looks a little bit like that at the moment, but I'm going to have to change it for get it ready for the Queen that might never arrive. Ooh, non-water, a parasol. Now that's not I have got a Barbie parasol which I've not shown you yet, but I suppose when I'm doing a beachy theme you'll get to see it more. This is a water play. It's got droplets with a plus on it. Now again, it basically is a bag for Barbie. You can put things in it. I can see a faded pineapple on it, but I think what happens is if you put it in cold water, the design is really going to come to life on that. No water on this one. Now I've been using these with scissors, but I'm noticing there's a perforated edge. Now this is the other part of this. So I'm guessing if you do put kinetic sand or something in it. I think that's what it is. You can cover it up, and I think it's for the parasol, but I haven't got anything, a pole or anything yet. I'm going to go for this one because it looks long. So look, those just peel off. So no scissors involved if you're using this for a child. So do you know, if you want to supervise a younger child with this, you could do, and then no scissors would need to be used. Right, I'm digging that in there. I don't know how well I've done with that. Ah, pop. There we go. And that will go on top of there, like that. That's nice, isn't it? Right. Non-water play. Oh, I like this. An orange stereo. It's a bit like back in the day, isn't it? You take one on the bus and on the beach and things. Oh, but this one's got a phone on it, look. It's got, looks like a mobile phone, a smartphone attached to it. So yeah, a bit more up to date. Not, you know, tape, like we used to have. Oh gosh, I'm using the scissors again, it's habit. Oh, some suntan lotion, orange plastic. This looks like it might be a part of that other bit. Do you know that clasp? Okay, I'll pop that there. I especially like this. It is a cocktail and it's in a pineapple. It looks like if it was human size, a pineapple glass. Sorry about my chipped nail varnish, by the way. And it's got a little thing on there so Barbie can hold it. I like that. Oh, a sponge. I think from seeing the instructions, this is to help apply like the water and things. And what is that leaf called, that plant? Oh gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I can't remember what it is, but I love those plants. No water again. Something oh, two things. Oh, shoes. Very nice. Now these are great because they'd go with so many different outfits. Can you see them? They're a bit like they're a platform, but very chunky, so a bit easier to walk in. Ankle strap and crosses over at the front, and they're clear. So they're fabulous, aren't they? Actually, should I put them on my doll? My doll's getting a bit spoiled. I must admit, I worry about the feet of these yoga dolls, these made to move yoga dolls, putting shoes on and off. I worry that I'm going to pull their feet off. But they're good at wearing heeled shoes because they've got a good arched foot, and you can obviously tip it in the way you want to. I wonder what the feet comparison are like. They look quite similar, but obviously that doll isn't a made to move. Right, stand her up. There we go. I shall give her a handbag. I'll bend her arm so she'll hold it on. And we'll give her a little pineapple. There we go. Twinning is winning. And I'm going to need to get these accessories now, aren't I? To match my own Barbie. Oh, this looks good. I thought it was clothing then. I got a bit more excited than I should have done. It looks like a mat, like something you'd maybe it's going to go on the floor, would you say? I think so. Put it on the ground. I'll have to have a look at some pictures and see if I can get what's going on. So is that all the things I've opened? So yeah, I have opened everything now, apart from this. I think this is the kinetic sand. So let's have a go. The first time I experienced some of this stuff was at the NEC, which is in Birmingham. I went to a show and they had something called, it was brand new at the time, moon sand. So I'm presuming this is the same kind of thing. Oh, Oh, there's something in it, a packet. A little surprise. Right, I want to show you what I can see. Apparently it's mouldable sand. So it's very much like that moon sand. I suppose it just makes it a bit tidier, doesn't it? Do you know, if you want to have a bit of sand with your dolls, but you just don't want sand everywhere? So, you know, your girls can get their feet in it, can't they? And not get too dirty. Right. Now, let's have a look at the little surprise that came in. Now, what I'm going to do in a moment, I'm going to stop filming, go and have lunch, and I'll come back to you if I get time today. So, for you, it'll be like I haven't been anywhere, but for me, I'll have been somewhere. Ah, I think I get what this is. I think, where's that chain? I can't find it. Do you know that thing I opened that looked like a chain? And that, I think basically it's a bracelet. Obviously it's a bit tacky for an adult, isn't it? But for a child, that's pretty good, isn't it? So I suppose that on its own I could live with, but I don't think I want to wear that chain. Where is it? Right, I am going to go. I'm going to tidy up all this mess, have a bit of lunch, and I'll come back to you. And maybe what I'll do is I'll try and get this doll cleaned up and dry so we can have a mess around with some water and things. So yeah, I'll be back. I'll see you in a bit. Welcome back. I'm back from lunch and I've got the Barbie. Now this is her. I just poured a bit of water over her and dried her off. And she's quite a basic kind of doll. She feels like very good quality, you know, like firm plastic. And but she doesn't have any articulation on the knees. She bends at the hip but doesn't go all that far. That's about it. She was kind of going to lounger, couldn't she? And her arms go up and down, you know, your typical kind of basic articulation. So, but I'm going to put a few bits and bobs on her. So we're going to give her her earrings, and I've washed out that pineapple and I've put some cold water in it. So we'll have a little play. I'll try and hurry this along because I want to show the rerouting desperately in this video, so I want to get that done. So that's her with her earrings. She's a very pretty doll, isn't she? And that's her chain. I don't know why I couldn't see, it's just sitting there, so it hadn't fallen on the floor or anything. That's the skirt. And if she has to go to the restaurant at lunchtime, the restaurant will let her in because she's not wearing a vest. Because they can be a bit like that, can't they, on holiday? There we go. Right, so I'm going to actually, I've given my Barbie, haven't I, all these accessories. So I'm sorry, Mini Claire, I'll get them back. They go on lovely. And her handbag. Actually, I did want to try the water out, didn't I? So, right. Let me get this. I've connected those up. So that would make a nice little necklace for a child. I don't know what I'm going to use it for. And actually, I didn't notice before, there's actually a little sunshine on the sun cream. Right, I'm going to dip the bag in the pineapple because I've put cold water in here. Now, what do you think? Do you think that shows up any more than it did before? I can't tell actually. Oh, I've got a towel here. Right, I'm going to pop him in. It might be because it's quite cold in here anyway. Yeah, I think they look a little bit darker than they did before. I'll have to try them in warm water. Maybe you need to like rub them or something. Yeah, maybe. I'm not totally blown away with anything I've seen at the moment. Obviously this is already pink, isn't it? So that it suggests on the instructions the hair would go pink if it's cold. So I'll try dipping her head in the cold water, see if anything happens. No, nothing seems to be happening to her face. I will get some warm water before I finish this video, and then I'll make some comparisons, but I'm going to pop her little ponytail in now, like that, so she can have it coming round here, slightly to the side, like that. So yeah, she's looking a bit fancy, isn't she, now, from her swimsuit time. Right, and there we go. So basically I'm delighted to have a few little pineapple accessories because it's going to really help with my summer theme. Right, I'll just pop these to the side. I will go back to them. I'll try things out with a bit of warm water, but I've got to get on with the re-rooting story. Right. So you know how this came about. I started off with this Barbie for my mini-me. I put her on a Barbie that basically, it was this Barbie but with brown hair. So she had brown hair like this, she had this body, this outfit, and I swapped it. And how I did that, now I do it a different way now, but how I did it at the time, I got a cuticle remover scraper and I dug it in and dug around and I pulled it off. But now what I do, I put the dolls in a plastic bag and put hot water in a jug and just leave it for about a minute to make them soft, and I kind of ease it off. And then there's like a peg thing inside. I use some nail clippers now just to trim off the sides. Yes, it's all right, darling. Sorry if the video went a little bit weird then. My husband popped through the door. So I haven't got very long to film. I don't know, can you hear that rain? Do you know what? It really brightened up not long ago and the sun was shining, and now it is absolutely hammering it down. Right. So anyway, how I head swap now is just I warm them up in warm water with them in a bag, and then I give them a bit of squeeze, and then there's a peg on it, and so I have an easier change next time. I use nail clippers and I just clip the edges off, just so if I need to swap again it's a whole lot easier. So what I ended up doing is I ordered a second-hand doll, and this is called the Barbie and Tanner. It's an old doll. I'll tell you the date. I'll maybe put a photograph on the screen of what this Barbie looked like. It's, oh gosh, I can't look at the date. It's not this Barbie. Sorry, I forgot I've changed her body, haven't I? She is now on a made to move body, the yoga one. This doll has got her body. This head was on that body. I've done a swap basically. 1999. Now it was a recalled doll because it came with a dog and a little pooper scooper and all these things, and there was basically a choking hazard, so we got recalled. But when I bought the Barbie, she came in her original outfit but didn't have the dog or any of the accessories or anything. But as I say, I wanted her for my mini-me, knowing that her hair might be a bit fairer than mine. She's got like sort of like hazel eyes. Obviously my eyes I'd say are darker than hers, but obviously with blue it just doesn't match me at all, does it? And obviously most of the blonde Barbies have got blue eyes, and you normally find, if you find a dark-eyed Barbie, it's normally very strawberry blonde. You can't get many. They are out there, but I did find quite a good one actually. Tanned, dark eyes, really blonde. Excuse me a moment, just had to wipe my nose. Yeah, but her hair was just too short, so yeah, it just wouldn't have gone. So anyway, so while I was waiting for this doll to arrive, and I didn't know what it was going to be like or whatever, I had a go at rerouting. Now, this now I watched videos on how to do it, and I bought a rerouting tool and things, and it just wasn't going how it was going for the people that I watched, right? So I'm not quite done with this doll yet. I need to kind of flatten this down. Her hair probably needs dipping in warm water and then kind of flattening down. It can go quite flat. And this doll, you can't actually tell, she has a middle parting. So when she was bald, she had very close dots going all the way around the hairline, very close dots down the centre parting, and then sporadic ones. But I wanted a side parting in my doll, so I've had to make some of the holes myself. Oh, the elastic band has come out of this doll. I've not done it myself. Right, so this is what I did. So let me grab my bag. Right, I ordered some hair. And I only wanted blonde, but I had to buy a pack that came with all kinds of colours. And it came with 2 shades of blonde, but I actually used all of the lightest shade on this doll, and then I had to use some of this shade as well, because I had bald bits that I needed to fill in, right? So it's not a bad match really with my current hair colour, really, is it, this one? And the lighter one, because I've got different tones in. So, the tool, this is the tool. And you had these, basically, they were needles, but there was no hole in the needle. They basically look like a fork at the end, but it's very, very tiny. Now, how I've seen people do it is they would take lengths of hair, so pretend this isn't attached to here. They would basically get the needle, they'd put it across their finger in half like this, and they get the needle and they pick it up and they just stab it into the head. Looks pretty simple. Now I had seen, now some people wet the hair to make it easier to deal with while it's all in pieces. Like mine came on a strip like this, and I saw another chap who he rolled it small. It was probably thinner than this actually, probably half the size of this. He did it because if you do it too big, that tool just doesn't work. Even that's probably too big, in all honesty. Probably more like this, but you get used to it. You just have to practice. He took the hair halfway line, wrapped it around his finger. He got the needle, and then he kind of let that loop. When he let go, it kind of went in a loop, so there was a loop on the fork, and then jabbed it in. And I liked the look of that. And then what they do at the end is they get this glue and they put it inside the head, and then that's it. But it wasn't as easy as that. Well, I had 2 issues to start with. One, my hair wasn't long enough. Now, I had read this hair was 100 centimetres, so I thought if I fold it in half, it'd be 50 centimetres long. Probably too long, but I could always cut it. But it wasn't. The strips are 100 centimetres, and these are only 20 centimetres. Now, it wouldn't have been long enough if I'd have folded them in half, and they actually were a bit smaller than what it said on the advertisement. So that was one issue, so I knew I couldn't do it like that. And my other issue was my tool didn't work properly. Basically, you put your needle in, and then it's a bit like a drill. When you have a drill bit, sorry, don't want to be sexy and say only guys use drills, but obviously I'm imagining more guys use drills than ladies. It's like that, and you put, like I use a drill, but I suppose many crafters, you tighten it, but it wasn't holding the needle, it was shaking. So that was another issue. So I bought some corks, a pack of corks, and I jabbed the needle in there. Right, now I started the reroute round the hairline at the back. Now what I was finding is with using this tool, it was making the holes merge together, if you know what I'm saying. So I was worried if I worked all the way around the hairline, the head would end up coming off. Because you imagine if there's close holes going all the way around here and all the way around here, and they were merging into each other as I went round, I thought the whole of the top of the head is just going to come off. I cannot do this. And what I was doing is I was making knots on the ends. So I'll show you what I did. I took a small amount like that. I went round once, pulled the hair through, tried to make the knot as high up the hair as I could to get some length, and then I cut it off. And I was putting the tool here, like close to the knot, like that, and jabbing it in. But obviously that was concerning me because of what was happening with the holes. So I started doing a different method with a needle, right, a doll needle. So how I was doing this, I was inserting a doll needle, which is very long, with the eye through first. So just to make sure there was enough room, this came with the reroute tool. I was making the hole a little bit, you know, spacious. Putting my doll needle eye size first, all the way through the doll and out the neck, you know, out of under here. And then I was doing this with the knot. I actually was the knots were coming undone a little bit. So I tried doing 2 knots, and I was actually putting a little bit of hot glue on the end of these as well. And then basically I was using the needle threader that I had in my advent calendar. I was putting the knot into it and then threading it onto the doll needle, but that actually broke, and it was the only one that would work. So then I was basically wrapping a piece of thread around, putting that through the doll needle and pulling it through that way. Then I would pull the doll needle all the way up through the hole, so the knot then would be at the scalp on the inside, and then take it off. So I did that for quite a while, and I was putting the hot glue on. Now the only issue I started to have is the eye of the needle started to get a bit tight, putting it through all these holes. So it was getting a bit tricky to do the hair, but I kept at it. But then when I come to all these pieces, I was actually starting to struggle because there was so much hot glue inside the head. I was then having trouble doing some of the remaining holes. So I went back to this tool, and basically it actually works pretty well on the bits that they're not really close together. And I'll try and demonstrate. Right, here is a second-hand doll that I have shown on my channel before. He might be a Ryan doll. It's an old doll anyway. But I might, if I could make his eyes brown, maybe paint them at some point, I could make this my middle son. But my middle son has got kind of darker, not like black hair, like a very light brown with blonde in it. And it's quite mousy, and then he has highlights sometimes. So I thought I could make this to be my son doll. You think, gosh, that's a big doll for your son. But you've got to remember, my children, my boys are all bigger than me. I'm the smallest now, so even my 15-year-old is taller than me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give him a highlight. So imagine needle felting, if you've ever tried that. So I'm going to give him a nice highlight in his fringe. So I'm just going to put the dot on his head, right? I can't really be fussy where this goes in because he's got such thick hair. I can't really see. And I'm going to try and find a hole to stab it into. I was making sure there was enough room with this when I was doing it, because there was no hair already in the hole. Yeah, there we go. I've just stabbed one of the holes where there's hair coming out of it. Right, it's gone in. Right, so then what I do is I just kind of keep stabbing it a few times. It's a bit like needle felting. Right, there we go. And now he's got this highlight, very long one, coming out of his hair. Now, they do stick up, right, but what you do is you have to put them in warm water, very warm water, and then not flatten it down like that, if you know what I'm saying. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give it a little trim actually, so it matches his hair. Looks even stranger now. He looks like a... Shall I try and... I'll try and smooth it down with the cold water. There's one piece I haven't cut. I can just see a long hair. Right, I am going to dip this in warm water. And do you know what? I'm going to come back later. Yes, I'm going to come back later. And hopefully I've flattened this highlight down. Yeah, it's not too good. So anyway, I'll be back with you in a moment. It will just be a moment to you. Welcome back. It is now evening and I've come to finalise this video. I cannot believe that I haven't opened my Harry Potter doll. So I might suspect my next video might be another doll diary video, just so I can continue with things that I didn't include. Or maybe I'll just have to... I might have to just open my doll and just show it you next time. I don't think I can wait. So anyway, right, what I've gone and done, I've gone and got what I said needle nose pliers that I put the needle in. It wasn't. It was these hemostats, basically. They've got a bit there where you can clamp them in. This is how I did most of the doll head. With the cork, at times it was working, but after a while the needle would start digging into the cork. So I was using this. So, and I've got the needle. So I don't know how well, can you see it's like a fork at the end, just a 2-pin fork basically. So I carried on with this doll. I put a few more in his hair. His hair's wet at the moment and I can see a few long bits actually. Just cut those. And yeah, and I've just basically dipped his hair in hot water. Obviously they look a bit stripy at the moment, but once his hair is dry, and because I want it to dry really flat like this, I'll ruffle it up a bit. If I think it doesn't look right, I'll put a few well, I could pull them out if I really didn't like them, or I could put some other highlights in that are not as blonde. Do you know what I'm saying? A bit more coppery looking. So yeah, so obviously at the moment it looks a bit scary because it's made his hair look really dark and those look really light. But it did look nice before I dipped it, but they were all sticking up in the air. So obviously that's what I went away and did that. Now because I'd got the hot water, I re-dipped this girl's hair. Now this is the one I re-rooted. That's how flat it's looking at the moment. I left the plait in, I didn't bother taking that plait out. And yeah, so that's looking a little bit flatter. But obviously this is still like very wet at the moment. So I'm just leaving them all to sit and dry. And what I decided to do with this girl, the one that had the top knot on there, I wasn't overly fond of that top knot. So I've dipped her hair as well. I've given it a brush and I'm just leaving her. So I've got a few of them sitting, drying. Now what I've done here, I've bought the warm water in that I was using to dip the hair. So I'm going to try dipping some of these things in. So I suspect if I dip this in, hang on, let me just grab the towel, those will disappear. So yes, they have. So warm water, the design disappears, right? Now I'm going to dip it in that water that I had here earlier. I don't know how cold it is. It's gone a bit lukewarm now actually. Yeah, it's not all that cold. So yeah, so I think your water would have to be quite cold for it to come back actually. So yeah, so that design has disappeared. Now what else disappears? Oh, okay, let's try this. The bag. So that's the bag. We'll dip it in the warm water. Okay. I sounded like Alan Partridge then, didn't I? I went to see Alan Partridge live in theatre with my husband recently. Yeah, look, the pineapple has virtually disappeared. And should we try dipping her hair? Right, there you see it. Oh my goodness, look! the pink has disappeared. Right, I'm just going to pop that over into the cold. I say cold, but it isn't very cold, is it? And I'm probably making it even warmer doing that. Now, what else was a colour change? Her makeup. Right, so this is how she looks now. So let's try dipping her head. Oh yes, her lipstick especially, like her lipstick disappeared. I don't know if her eyes look different or not. I actually liked her with the lipstick. So yeah, so what I'll actually wait there, I'm going to get some cold water and make them all come back. I've got some ice, so I'm going to tip it into the pineapple. Straight away I can see some pink pop back on that piece of hair that I left in there. I'm going to chuck that in, and I'm going to put a head in. What's that in the bag? Put the bag in, put her face in it. Straight away, look, her lipstick has come back. Yeah, the design on the turtle has started to come back. The pineapple has come back. And the hair. Right, I'm going to have to put this over the jug. Hair's gone pink again. So that's really fab, isn't it? So so that's lovely. So yeah, I've really enjoyed experimenting with that, and I hope that you've liked seeing what I've shown you today on my doll diaries. I wanted to be a bit more thorough with the hair demonstration, in all honesty, but I suppose, you know, that's all I was doing, is taking small sections of hair, making little knots, making the hole a little bit bigger, or making brand new holes. That's what I've actually done with that Ryan doll. Make some brand new holes, and then holding the knot on top, and then stabbing it in with this basically, and sometimes a cord, because my tool didn't work that I got from Amazon, unfortunately. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me today on my doll diaries. I'm sorry if it's been a little bit erratic, because I've just been trying to be really realistic on, you know, opening a product and showing you how I did the hair, and it's just reality. I just want, you know, to see as it truly is. Oh, and I've got those. And I've posted one of the dresses that somebody's bought. These are the Harry Potter cloaks that I forgot to show you last time. There is another one, there's a fourth one, and they have that badge on the front. And the girls' ones are slightly shorter than the boys', I've noticed as well. So they're good if you want to put them onto the Barbie dolls. I'll just grab one of my dolls here. This is my curvy Barbie, and she's in one of the platinum Jubilee dresses. So I only made one in curvy. That's one of the standard size ones. So I've only got 3 of those left. This one I'm keeping. It's my prototype one, and it's made slightly different. There's visible stitching around the outside, but none of my final ones have got that. This is my tall Barbie. That's the only dress I made to cater for a tall girl. So there's one of those. And this is the one for the petite, and I only made 1 petite dress. So I made 4 original, 1 petite, 1 curvy, 1 tall, and so far I've sold 1 original size, and I've posted that today, so that's really exciting. So yes, that is what is going on in my little doll diary life. So I don't know if it's going to be a doll diary. There's loads of doll things I keep making, and I never get time to show them you. So yes, it might be stitch diaries, it might be doll diaries, because I've got sewing plans and things to going on for my stitch diaries, and I've got things I've already done that would be suitable for the doll diaries. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me for another doll diaries, and I'll see you next time. Bye.